When I was riding Joey, for example, if we were going out on a hack, I'd always be a bit nervous of what he could do and when he would do it. For example, when he's going to rear, when he's going to misbehave, and I didn't know how to deal with it. So I would have just sat there and waited for a problem to happen, not knowing what to do, which didn't really give me any confidence.
Or he would rear and buck and leap all at the same time.
He wouldn't allow me at the mounting block to even put my leg over him. So we spent a lot of time in hand, and eventually one day it took me 52 minutes to get on him, but I did. And then we started going out hacking, and that's when we realised that he was going to buck and rear and terrify the life out of me. And I'm just too old to fall off anymore. So that's when I realised he was the wrong horse for me. I've never been on a horse again.
I'm Sophie, this is my horse Joey, and we've been working with Shady on Joey's behaviour.
Hi, my name is Lee Hernandez and I'm Joey's previous owner. I bought him as a happy hacker. He was advertised with children on him, under him. A disabled person had been to see him but decided he was too expensive. He was hacked out on the road. He looked perfect, he was easy. And then we got him home, and after a couple of days I couldn't even get on him. The instructor came and gave me a lesson in the school, and he started bucking and rearing, and then she managed to calm all of that down, and the lesson didn't end too badly. But then she said, do you have any other problems? And I said, yes, I can't get him to turn right out of the school. So she said, okay, I'm going to get on him and I'm going to turn him right. So she did. So then he bucked and he reared and she came off.
When we started working with Shady, he straight away knew why Joey was doing this. 3 reasons: fear, dominance and excitement.
I'm Mandy, I'm Sophie's mum. I've been around horses all my life really, in one way or another. When Joey came to us, we knew he had some issues. He was such a super pony, it was worth trying to get through those issues.
I had more problems, other people trying to right him. It's very hard, I find it very hard to give up on an animal that's been treated badly, which he obviously had. He was head shy and he was scared. So I think I've got a lot of patience with animals, and I had a lot, and I spent a lot of time with him. But it wasn't just that, he was sold as a happy hacker, and that boy loves to jump. I can't jump because of my back, and he needed someone to jump him, which is when I realised and thought about Sophie and thought she's probably the right person for him. But then of course, as her friend and second mum, I'm terrified that he's going to hurt her, so that's also very scary.
I didn't really know what to do because I was stuck in this situation. I love my horse, but I'm scared of him at the same time.
I don't ride anymore. My family breed horses and I still don't have a horse. And before Joey I rode every day. Every day, really. Well, I had to give the horse a day off, but he wasn't ridden hard, so it didn't matter.
I didn't have the experience or the skill level to be able to do that. So I was then in the position that I needed to find somebody that could help us, which is quite difficult because there's a lot of people that we all have our ways that we think is right and wrong with horses, and horsey people are quite outspoken about what they think is right and wrong, myself included. So I needed to find somebody that would have the horse ethic that I have and that I believe is the way forward, but with the skill level to be able to take it further than I was able to. Who do I trust to be able to work with this horse and my daughter in a way that I believe is, with the ethos that I believe is the correct way to go.
So first of all, Shady started working on the ground with Joey, building like a base, and then he taught me everything on the ground then, so I could try with Joey.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He has amazing timing, so he knew how far to push Joey at the time for what he needed at the time. And then after a while, he started to teach Sophie how to achieve the skills that she would need, because that's another thing. It's one thing Shady being able to deal with Joey. It's a bit like I didn't want to send him away to someone just to deal with the problem, because Sophie then had to learn the skills to be able to deal with the problems herself.
But since working with Shady, my confidence has grown a lot, and he's given me the methods to deal with any situation I'm put in. For example, if Joey feels nervous, Shady's helped me read the situation before anything happens. For example, if Joey feels nervous when I'm out hacking, I deal with this before anything happens by using a method that Shady's taught me.
He could see that if Joey was going to react really extremely and rear really badly, he would take it down a level and then come back to it. So that made it easier. But it was the hardest thing for me was seeing Sophie in a position where she possibly could get hurt. I mean, you can always get hurt with any horse, but Shady made that safest possible for Sophie at the time, which gave me confidence.
So if I want to walk Joey over to this black bucket, first of all, I need to face him there. So I will move his front end to face the bucket, and then wherever his nose is pointing, his body should follow. So then we just walk over to it and let him touch it.
She learnt the skills to make him less fearful, and he grew within the relationship with her, that he could trust her to be able to see him through these fearful events without having to react so extremely. And Sophie learnt the skills to be able to shut him down when he got excited. So that was another side of it, the excitement side of it. And the dominance side of it, she learnt through skills with Shady how to be a better leader, so Joey could respect her more as a leader.
So the other morning, Joey had to wait a while to turn out, which usually makes him a bit more excited. So I walked him up to the field, and he felt excited at the top of the hill, and he reared right up. So I straight away backed him up, and he knew straight away that he did something wrong because he backed up really fast. And then I moved the front end and then rubbed him all over with the stick to calm him down and just to tell him I'm not angry with you, it's just you need to do the right thing. And then I rubbed him with the stick just to let him know that everything was okay.
Learning how to move him in lots of different directions, so how she could isolate different areas of him, moving the front end, moving the back end, moving him sideways, lowering his head. We did some ridden work out hacking, and Sophie and I rode together, and we did lots of exercises that Shady had given us. The psychology of horses was really, really good then. He was teaching him that the jump was the place to rest, so they would work away from the jump and then just calmly come to the jump and stand over it. So he learned that there wasn't always a great excitement. They weren't always going to canter over the jumps in the field on the way home. And sometimes they just worked calmly around the jumps to show him again that it wasn't always, oh jump, exciting, oh jumps. He didn't know. So he didn't know from 1 minute to the next whether he was going to walk round the jumps, stop on the jumps, canter away from the jumps. So he couldn't anticipate anything, so the excitement level was a lot less. We also noticed with Joey that he gets very excited when he is with other horses. And we did some work with 2 horses. And the increments that we did it in was so good, because Shady knew that if we went too fast, too quickly, or introduced something too quickly, we would get these extreme reactions. Joey is certainly a lot happier now, because he knows, I think he's got a great relationship with Sophie, and he's seeing her much more as a leader now and a partner. One thing I would like to say as well, that when she was dealing with the dominance, there was never any fear involved. Well, he was fearful of objects, but there was never any fear of Sophie or of Shady. It was never that they would sort of break his dominance or make him do something. It was more a case of showing them as a fair leader and as having a good relationship with him. A bit like another horse in the field, really. Joey will move away from a dominant horse, but he wants to be with that dominant horse because he feels safe. And I think it works as well with the relationship that Sophie has with him now, that he wants to be with her because he feels safe with her, that she's a fair leader. He's not fearful of her, he's respectful of her. So all in all, it's been a really amazing learning experience.
But honestly, he's been absolutely incredible and helped me understand his ways, and I've really enjoyed all the lessons, all the learning experiences, and my horse being, you know, making me, I've enjoyed him helping Joey and making me feel safe around him, and yeah, a massive thank you really, because I'm completely grateful.